Hey everyone, it's Coeval here. I hope you're having a good day. I've got another 60 Grassy game for you guys between myself and Harpocrates. I learned that the pronunciation is not Harpocrates, and so yeah, just making an effort to remedy that and yeah, feature one of his games. It's a very interesting game, and so yeah, let's get right into it. I'm running a glide book, and you'll see very soon what I have. And it looks like he's not running a glide book. Doesn't have glide active. I don't know yet, what he's playing, but always want to go for the first turn flash in 99% of possible situations. So I do that, and then I set up pixies, and he goes to the side, it looks like, on turn 2. Very interesting strategy. At this point I'm thinking, okay, seems like he has an aerial book. So one option here I'm thinking of is flashing down, pebbling maybe. Instead, looks like I decided to go over there, glide down, and see if I can go for the sink. Now, in retrospect, this was a bit of a bait, and he actually told me that it was a bit of a bait. Because now I can't get back up. But the thing is, I think I'm pretty safe here if I trap with the pixie or two, and then just gate back up. Trap with a couple pixies, activate glide again, or don't even activate glide. Maybe I could have also blocked the side here with the pixie so that he can't fly down. That would have been smart. Maybe I don't even need to trap him with those two. I just block the side with the right pixie and, gate back up. Instead, I don't know why exactly I go for this play, but obviously I mess up the stack too, so that doesn't do me any favors. But I pretty much, quote unquote, waste a turn summoning, or not summoning the pixies, but using Aura of Decay on the pixies. It would have been much better to just, flash down on the first turn, and then once I go down there to flash him off, just gate back up. But I don't do that. I do manage to get over there to flash him again, and that's a great play at this point. I should have learned my lesson and start flashing down to him. That's the best play at this point, I think. A flash doesn't really open up the terrain that much. His flight is still down, so I'm kind of on a countdown at this point. I want to make sure that when I press him, he doesn't have abilities that he can stall with. Like, he doesn't have flight, he doesn't have protection shield, he doesn't have other tools that he can use to stall. But instead I summon pixies, and then I summon a swarm, and you gotta understand, all the meanwhile he's getting his gate back, he's getting his flight back, he's getting his prop back. He's getting all these tools back to be able to stall, and now he's setting up for the right side to be able to gate there. And again, I summon another minion. I should just flash down, 30 turns ago and put some pressure on him. I've got Shock Bomb, I've got Shock Shield. Especially while his flight was down, there's not a ton that he could have done because he can't get over this tree very easily. Yeah, he does have his spirit, but, I could maybe maneuver myself so that he can't get out so easily or use an ice shield. But instead I aura, and he's got his gate back already. So we're playing a little bit of a game of cat and mouse at this point. Now he's on the side here. I finally realize, my past mistake, and I start to flash down, I think. Yeah. So, he doesn't have a lot of space to work with here, so it's, not a bad play to go for the flash down. Here again, why am I summoning a minion, right? He's just gonna aerial both of them and maybe damage me in the process. So, you know, I could just leave that live Pegasus there. Maybe hop on that tree and flash downward. Or summon a minion on top of him. Shit, maybe Dark Knight would fit there. I'm not sure if, you know, it probably gets flashed off in that instance. So maybe Dark Knight's not the best. But, you know, at the very least, I could stand in that tree. Maybe try the Pebble, but if I have it blocked with my 10 health Pegasus, then he can't get out. So, you know, summoning a minion there just invites him to do an aerial, which is what he wants to do in the first place. You know, and he gets damage off on me. Now I don't have a way to block that area off when I Pebble down. So, you know, it puts me in a little bit of a more precarious situation. I do go for the Pebble here, and tragically, he ends up with 1 prot. If you guys can see that there. So that's just terrible. Because now he can go all the way to the other side. I don't have flight. You know, my glides are all down. And yeah, if 1 Pebble hits there, I may have a chance, right? But because it doesn't, he now can freely fly over. Yeah, okay, you know, he could ladder with the Spirit. But, you know, that takes some time. Maybe he doesn't get all the way over to the left. And so now I'm a little bit on the back foot. I don't have much that I can do. I need to be able to increase my mobility so I get a Pegasus out, right? Because I have to have a way to, you know, get over to him and do some damage. Problem is, it always takes a turn to get that Pegasus out, and he can just continue to stall. Having top control here is a disadvantage, right? Because he's got so many aerials, and I don't have many minions out. And as I said earlier, you know, summoning all those minions is actually what was losing me the game, because I need to be able to press him, because he doesn't have a lot of direct spells. So I finally learned my lesson in Flash, but, you know, it may be a little bit too late, because he's got his flight prod up, and he can again just play cat and mouse a bit more, go back and forth on the map, just run away from me. I decide to flash down here. Unfortunately, this is a terrible move, because he just comes back up, gets through the ice shield there, and again, he's running away. So, you know, in hindsight, any other move was probably fine there. Storm Shield, maybe Swarm. Summon something to, you know, block off the exit more easily, right? So that he doesn't have a lot of space to work with. And yeah, in hindsight, I used the glides a bit too early. But I was completely winning with him, you know, on the side with 70 something health, however many hit points that was. But you know, unfortunately, I didn't play it optimally. I didn't break the stall very efficiently. So, you know, now I have to make these suboptimal plays, right, to try and have a fighting chance. My plan here is to jump up on the Pegasus and kill some of his imps. He knows that, and I don't want him to charge him, so he trees, and I think I decide to just clear some of the space, flash it open. Yeah. Again, I want to be able to get up there, you know, and kill his imps. Problem is with Shock Shield and Shock Bomb with the Glide Book is that it's not easily like aimable. You can't just throw a Shock Shield and throw a Shock Bomb at a flighted target. So also to hit someone with a Shock Shield, if you only have Glide and they have Flight, they can just fly up to the top of the map, and you know, you're not able to use that spell. to great effect. So it's not really a great combo. I may not be using that combo much anymore. I think I like Mud and Mega Boulder better, a lot better. I was starting to go over to the right there, then I realized, oh, I can't really make it up because I don't have glides, and so I just Shock Shield the Storm Spirit instead. At this point I don't have a lot to do because I can't get to him, so I decided to summon a minion. He mentioned in game that I wanted him to Rain of Arrows, but Rain of Arrows probably works and is actually a good move in that scenario. Unfortunately for him, he misses the swarm, and so I can swarm him. I decided to swarm him because I know that I can elevator up with the swarm, kill both the imps, because the shock shield has 25 damage on it. And then at that point, yeah, I don't have many direct spells or attacks, so I think I decide to end up, towering. I don't have much minions left on cooldown right now, so yeah, I kill both the imps and I'm running low on time, so I pull out the I don't know what to do shuffle for a few seconds and then tower. Sucks that he's still flighted here, right? But I do have a swarm to take his shields. I have a kill potential at 80 because I have a shock bomb. And the swarm I can use to, elevator, but excuse me, he knows that, and so he kills the swarm. I don't have many other options rather than summoning a minion. Again, I kind of shot myself in the foot, right, by not optimally breaking stall early on and flashing down. Giving him his flight back, giving him his prot back, giving him his gate back. You want to push when those cooldowns are down instead of wait. Otherwise you're going to be in, well, tough shit. So, he pulls out the Rain of Arrows. I'm at 44 health, and yeah, I'm clinging on to my life. So I decide to mount the Pegasus, block with the other Pegasus. I wanted to get some extra health. Unfortunately, he does aura the peg. I didn't know that at that point that he had aura, and so yeah, it kind of caught me off guard with that. But yeah, it's not looking so good for your boy Coeval. At this point, there's really no quote-unquote optimal plays that I can do. I've already, made too many mistakes early on, and so there's not a lot of chances I have. I can't even really, move very many places. I only have a peg. Can't get over to the right side. So he's able to just walk up here and, arcane arrows for the win. He does get, how many wands is that? 7, 8 wands? 3, 6, 8? Yeah, 8 wands out of that win. So yeah, pretty well played by Harpocrates. And just a takeaway from this game is, if you're playing against an aerial book and it's an aerial book, which I did, turn 2 when he goes to the side, I want to press while his cooldowns are down and not stress so much about minions, because he wants to be on the side chilling, and yeah, if he had maybe a different book, I could build up a minion advantage and take that approach. But if I try to build up minions how I do normally, he just aerials them and gains tempo that way. So yeah, really interesting game. You got to kind of see how aerial imps works. It's not really a game type of book that's featured that much on this channel, and also just not used often in Arcanists too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.